Mr. Garcia.
At daybreak, Ray Garcia entered the federal courthouse in Oakland without saying a word. He's the former warden at Ex-Dublin charged with sexual abuse and lying to the FBI. Those at court watching include Yvonne Palmore, a formerly incarcerated woman, and Tess Korth, a former employee who worked as a unit manager at Ex-Dublin and has spoken out about the alleged abuse.
He said Miss Korth, which surprised me. I didn't even want to say anything to him.
In opening statements, federal prosecutors said Garcia used his power as warden to manipulate women, that he had a pattern of using compliments and flattery before the talk turned sexual. They say Garcia would ask women to be naked on his rounds while promising some women transfers to lower-level prisons or early release. Garcia's defense is simply that he didn't do any of it. No touching, no sexual contact. His attorney told the jury the 3 women they'd be hearing from are convicted felons and that all the cameras around the prison showed no evidence.
There are no cameras everywhere. We have minimal cameras for a prison, and most of them weren't working anyway, and he's the warden. He knows which ones don't work and where to take the inmates.
The first witness to take the stand, named Melissa, says Garcia's talk turned from sweet to pornographic. Melissa says Garcia would tell her vulgar things, take her to places in the prison without cameras where the alleged sexual abuse happened, and he promised she'd be transferred. She says she believed him, felt special, and wanted to make him happy.
He would go and get her, bring her personally back to the warden's building. And then he would personally walk her back.
During cross-examination, Garcia's attorney tried to imply Melissa was testifying to get out of prison early, which she said wasn't the case.
He's lying. He's a liar. Some of his victims should not matter. All of us should.
Garcia is one of 5 former correctional officers charged with sex crimes. 3 have already pleaded guilty. Thoughts on your opening statement?
We're not making any comments outside of court.
Ray, is there anything you want to say to the women who are accusing you of this? Anything you want to say to any of the staffers or the other incarcerated people? As for the hundreds of sexually explicit photos found on Garcia's cell phone, his attorney suggested that he's, quote, an extreme documentarian of his own sexual exploits. Garcia does plan to testify in his own defense. At the federal courthouse in Oakland, Christina Rendon, KTVU, Fox 2 News.